to. It's Jessie. This is both Jessie Stitches. Um, and this is a very late Flossidays. It's technically going to be Flossidays 9 and 10, even though I am filming this and uploading this on the 11th. Um, we transitioned on the 9th from our Universal side of our vacation here in LA, or our LA vacation, to Disney. And well, let's just say Disney just occupies your brain for a little bit. so, so that's what we did. But just as a quick little roundup, in terms of those 2 days. Oh, let me tell you the plan. So I'm going to do 2 days. All being well, I'll record tomorrow night on the 12th. And so today I'm going to do 9 and 10. So you'll get your Inspirator and your joke for the 9th and the 10th, plus my countdown open boxes for 9 and 10. And then tomorrow, all being well, I'll film the 12th. That might get filmed on the 13th in the morning, but we're going to see how things go. But then you'll get the 11th and 12th for that as well. So that's going to be the plan. My apologies for those of you who have been watching every day. Thank you for spending your days with me, partial part of your days with me, and I'm sorry that I was late. So we did finish off our LA part of the tour with a trip to SoFi Stadium. We did a tour of SoFi Stadium, which is like a $5.5 billion stadium. Which, wow. But it's a beautiful stadium, and I don't know if there's stadium fans or football fans out there, but if you're thinking about it, it's a good tour. There's some like behind the scenes things and stuff, and my husband, who's a big football fan, really enjoyed it. And so I think if you're a big football fan, it'll be a really nice experience to have, and one you should probably consider doing if you are here in the LA area visiting. After that, we went to the Academy Museum. And that one we probably could end up spending a lot more time at. It was a great museum. If you like movies, there's some standing but revolving exhibits. I think it's the best way to so it kind of tells you the story of cinema, from like screenwriting, character casting, and things like that. But they change the exhibits that kind of tell you that part of the story of creating the story of cinema. So I think that it was really cool. There were some things that we saw that I was like, wow, that's really neat. Some videos and stuff. We ended up being there about 3 hours. Well, maybe not quite. Maybe closer to 2.5. But we probably could have spent longer there. Like, honestly, it was really fantastic. If you like movies, really great. And right now, I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but they have a John Waters exhibit. And if you kind of like that humor, let's call it that, it was a really great exhibit. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I had turned myself into Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray, and that was at the museum that I did that. And then we transitioned to Disney. As you can see, we are in our hotel room here in Disney, and we had day one over in the Disneyland, and without going too far into details, because it's Disneyland, right? We're just enjoying ourselves in the parks. The highlights were, Haunted Mansion being converted for the holidays for Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm a big It's a Small World nerd, and so that was also set up for that. And I don't have a lot to share, but I'll insert I think it's about 30-second video at the very end of the lighting of It's a Small World, for your viewing pleasure. And but otherwise, we did do 2 tours. One tour was today, but one tour yesterday for the holidays. And just to kind of show you, we got treats on these tours. So we have this marshmallow covered peppermint, like it's marshmallows covered in caramel, covered in chocolate, covered in peppermint. And this thing is ridiculously good. And then we also got, there's some shiny on here, a Mickey-shaped gingerbread cookie. Now, because my husband and I were on a tour, we have 2 of each, so that's why we went extra still. Delicious gingerbread cookie. So soft. And then we did the Walt's Main Street Story tour today, and then we got this giant cookie, and this is a lemon cookie, which is apparently Walt Disney's favorite flavor. And so that's why it's a lemon cookie. This is also a really good cookie. So tours, excellent snacks. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and insert video 9, and then I'll come back and do the Inspire Tour and joke for 9. Then we'll switch back and do that. So, all right. See you in 1 second. Or see past Jesse. Hey, December 9th, Jesse. How you doing? It's Saturday. Went to SoFi. It's official. Disney moved in there. Y'all, future Jesse, is it everything you hoped it would be? Because I hope it is. And that when you walked into the room, it was, oh. Let's open up some stuff. Here's day 9 for 9 Stalker night calling stuff. 9 Stalkers calling. Oh, this one is called Free Cake. Oh, y'all, if you know me, and you may not know me, brown and blues are my favorite combination of colors because those are just cool, nice cool colors. Now these are a little bit more gold and brown. I mean, more golden than brown. But look how beautiful that is. Oh, love it. I love it. Chef's kiss. This is called Free Cake. Oh, love it. All right. And here's the 9th. Here's the back. And it says, it is the season to sparkle. So I actually had a little family personal history business, people writing histories, and my slogan for that was, life's too short not to sparkle. So, yeah. More floss, pink and blues. Oh, pink and blue flosses. Sugar plummy. Not sugar plummy, but like, or cotton candy. Candy floss. But I remember last year we talked about all the different ways that people call cotton candy or candy floss. There's a third one. There's another one that people, how it's called. Awesome. All right. Back to you. Thanks, Best Jessie. Best Jessie. Past Jessie is apparently Best Jessie. Thanks, Past Jessie. I mean, that was a better version of me. Who knows? All right. So today's Inspirator, here we go, number 9, is... Yay! Christy's Corner Needlework. I think I've talked about Christy before on this channel, but it's worth repeating if you haven't. If you're not watching her already. I love Christy. She is one of most of the people that I have been talking about in this whole series and in my whole 25 countdown of Inspire Tours, because they inspire me. I watch them on the regular. So, and they are appointment TV for me. But depending on who they are, sometimes I have to wait a little bit or something. But this is, but Christy is appointment YouTube for me. And I always have, I kind of joked with her one time that I feel like she's living my alternate version of my life. At one point in time, I had this choice when I was in college of the divergence of going down history, academia, and I studied Tudor England. That's what I studied, or going down the path I ended up choosing, which was going to law school. And I had a professor who did at the time encourage me to pursue academia. He thought that I would really, because I had a lot of interests and questions as it relates to history, especially around that time period, the Tudor period, that but I ended up going down the path that I went. And so I always kind of joke, I'm like, Christy, you're living my alternate life. You're teaching medieval history and everything is at a professor level. And so I want to do that. But let's talk about how she inspires me. First of all, Christy, aren't you tired? Like, I feel like you do so much. Her Patreon is fantastic too, by the way. If she's doing a current pause as doing things, but shares wonderful historical facts. And how she inspires me is that Christy, I hope when you watch this that it comes across the way I'm hoping it comes across. I love that she embraces who she is, right? I think that, especially in the world of academia, and it could be just the world that I live in, right? But even in any world, right? That she's just who she is. And I love that. Like, and you see that in her designs, that because of this love for history, but she finds these quirky, but at the same time, subversive historical tapestries to design. Right? And it's like, it's such a modern way of being, but tying it to history, because one, people have always been the same. People have always enjoyed fart jokes and make lewd comments and have drawn things that are just kind of questionable. You're like, should that be art? And yet, it is. And so, so I really, so that's how she inspires me. It's like being an authentic self, in a way that is, um, embraced, but sometimes not embraced in our society. And so I love that about her. Also, if you don't know, she also designs the temperature cells. That's, I don't know if they're cells, but the temperature charts. She has a dragon one this year. I don't stitch temperature charts. They don't interest me in any way, but that dragon one, I'm going to tell you, I might. I won't, but I might. All right. Excuse me. All right, ready for the day 9 joke? What does Stanza suffer from if he gets stuck in a chimney? Claustrophobia. I think my delivery was off on that one. All right. Well, with that, we're just doing a time warp again, going back to see past Jessie for the 10th. Hi, December 10th, Jessie. First full day in the land of the mouse. The holiday tour was today. How was it? Oh my gosh. Do they still play It's a Small World, or do they play a different Christmas song during Christmas season on the Small World tour? What did you learn? Anything fun? Can't wait to see the video. All right, let's open up some stuff. 10th for Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Here's the back. Ice skating. And the quote is, I like to smile. Smiling's my favorite thing. All right, here we go. More fabric. Oh, it's a sparkly Ada. I'm filming this in the middle of the night, so it may be hard to see, but it's actually, so I don't know how the color is. It's a very, very pale, pale blue, that's opalescent. And I think it looks like it might be a 16 count, maybe a 14, but it looks like it's 16 count. Okay. Think something else is coming? Something else may be coming. Okay. All right. Night Stalkers calling. Ooh. Ah, ha, ha, ha. It's a gauge. And just in case I'm going to forget, it's nice dark. So it's a gauge and a measure, and it's magnetic. So you can put it on your stands and everything. I love it. You can never have enough of these, because mostly because I always lose them. All right, fantastic. Back. Why, yes, past Jessie. Disney is going great. Yeah, It's a Small World is fantastic. All right, let's see who my person is for day 10. Oh, Aloha Stitches. She actually is not a floss tuber. This is Melissa. She is over on Instagram. So this is one of my handful of Instagram accounts that are in this countdown. And so Aloha Stitches. Her Instagram feed is fantastic. And but one of the things that I will say about her is that she is one of my very first, I think, cross stitch friends. It's hard to kind of think about, like, I've been a long-term cross stitcher since I was a teenager. Actually, I think I was 12, 13 when I started stitching. And so, but it's a very isolated kind of hobby, right? Like, I didn't go to needle shops. I didn't know that those things existed. I bought a lot of my stuff from Michael's, and then I purchased things from online from like Hirschner's. And then so I didn't know any of this. And so when I discovered floss tubes, when I discovered Instagram's cross-stitching community, right? Like when I discovered community, it's an introvert's an introvert. So you know. But she was one of my first cross stitching friends, and I really appreciate it. What I love and how she inspires me is how much she uplifts people. And that when she discovers designers and accounts that she likes and videos that she likes, like she shares, and it's so freeing, and with nothing expected in return in any way. It's friendship. It's just genuine. I like a person. I like what they're doing. I want you to know about them. And, and sometimes, and to do it in such a way that's so genuine, it's so inspiring. And because sometimes when you're, like even doing this, like I'm going to tell like right now, even doing this countdown, like I feel like, oh, I hope that people recognize it for what it is, which is that I really am trying to tell you about 25 people and accounts and videos that really I've enjoyed and has brought joy in my life and has given me something, has inspired me in some way. But because I'm tagging them and calling, not calling them out, but like being like, oh, here I am, especially some of the ones who are like bigger people than me who don't know me, like do people think that I'm expecting something in return? Like, are they thinking that I'm going, like, or do people think that that's what I'm doing? And it's so hard to be very genuine in that, right? But Melissa at Aloha Stitches is a great example of how you can do that and feel the very genuine joy of sharing. So go check out her Instagram account. All right. With that, we're about to get to our joke. Oh, by the way, I have done some stitching, but nothing really to write home about, right? Because we have been at Disney pretty much until like 10. So, um, so we'll see. If I have some stitching, I'll show you. I might have some tomorrow because we're in the room and it's about 4:30, and I don't know when we're going to go back out into the parks. We are going back out to the parks, but anyways, but I'll show you more when I have more. Thanks for staying for this slightly longer video, and wherever you are, I hope that you are having a stitchy good time. All right, ready for our joke? How do you know when Santa's around? You can sense his presence. All right. Happy Flossidays, everyone, and all being well, I will see you tomorrow, but maybe on the 13th.